Have you ever wondered about the Battle of Halidon Hill? This significant event unfolded in the midst of the Second War of Scottish Independence. The Scottish crown had been seized by Edward Balliol, a man who'd won the support of England's King Edward III. This English backing wasn't just for show. It was the catalyst that ignited a series of events leading to the Battle of Halidon Hill. The town of Berwick upon Tweed was not just any town. It held a strategically important position on the border, and it was here that the chessboard for this historical battle was set. Berwick was a town well prepared for a long siege, a fortress of sorts, bracing itself for the impending storm. Edward Balliol, along with the Scottish lords disinherited from their lands, laid siege to Berwick. The English king, Edward III, was not far behind, bringing with him the might of the English army. The town was soon cut off by land and sea, a pawn in a larger game of power and conquest. The English implemented a scorched earth policy, denying the town of crucial supplies and tightening the noose around Berwick. With Berwick under siege and cut off by land and sea, the stage was set for a battle that would change the course of Scottish history. On the 19th of July, 1333, the Scottish army led by Sir Archibald Douglas met the English forces commanded by King Edward III on Halidon Hill. In the early hours of the day, the Scottish army, filled with anticipation and steely resolve, formed their ranks for the impending battle. Their goal was clear: break the English siege on the vital town of Berwick upon Tweed. Sir Archibald Douglas, a seasoned warrior, led the Scots, banking on his experience and the fierce determination of his men. As the morning sun pierced the heavy clouds, the battle commenced. The Scots, armed with courage and conviction, launched their attack on the English lines. However, they were met with a brutal reception. The English longbowmen, a formidable force, unleashed a relentless storm of arrows. Like a dark cloud, the arrows blighted the sky, raining down on the advancing Scots, cutting through armor and flesh alike. The Scottish attack, initially fierce and resolute, began to falter under the weight of the English onslaught. Men fell in scores, the earth beneath their feet turning a grim shade of red. The sight of fallen comrades, coupled with the constant hail of English arrows, shattered the morale of the Scottish forces. As the situation grew dire, the Scottish formations, once a symbol of their unity and strength, collapsed. What was once an organized and purposeful advance turned into a disorderly retreat. The Scots, in their desperation to escape the fury of the English longbows, fled in disarray. The once mighty Scottish force was now a chaotic mass of men scrambling for survival. Amongst the chaos, the Scottish commander, Sir Archibald Douglas, met his end. Many Scottish nobles too fell on that fateful day, their dreams of victory extinguished by the ruthless reality of war. The battle was a disaster for the Scots. Their commander and many nobles were killed, and the remaining forces fled in disarray. The Battle of Halidon Hill, a grim testament to the ferocious might of the English longbowmen, marked a dark day in Scottish history. The Battle of Halidon Hill was not just another skirmish in the annals of history. Its repercussions were felt far and wide. This confrontation in the year of 1333 marked a turning point in the Second War of Scottish Independence, shaping the future of both Scotland and England. In the immediate aftermath of the battle, the strategic town of Berwick upon Tweed surrendered to the English forces. This was a significant blow to the Scots, who had hoped to use the town as a stronghold against the English. The defeat at Halidon Hill and the subsequent loss of Berwick paved the way for Edward Balliol, with the support of King Edward III of England, to reclaim the Scottish crown which he had seized earlier. However, Balliol's reign was far from stable. Despite his reinstatement, he faced constant opposition and military challenges from those who refused to recognize his authority. His rule was marked by periods of deposition and reinstatement, demonstrating the unsettled state of Scottish politics during this time. Meanwhile, across the English Channel, the 100 Years' War between France and England was brewing. This long and bloody conflict, which commenced in the mid-14th century, had a profound impact on the political landscape of the British Isles. The attention of England was diverted towards France, providing a much-needed respite for Scotland. This period of relative peace allowed David II to consolidate his position in Scotland. Despite the turmoil and instability of the preceding years, he managed to strengthen his rule, ultimately leading to a truce between Scotland and England in the year 1347. This marked the end of the Second War of Scottish Independence, a war that had been instigated by the very battle we've been discussing. Thus, the Battle of Halidon Hill, a crucial juncture in the Second War of Scottish Independence, played a significant role in shaping the future of Scotland and England alike. It was not just a battle, but a catalyst for change, initiating a series of events that would forever alter the course of history in the British Isles.